Everything you know about human history is a lie, because the truth was turned to ash 2,000 years ago. When the Library of Alexandria burned, we didn't just lose books, we lost the code of the gods. What if I told you they had blueprints for steam engines in 30 BC? Or maps of the stars that shouldn't have been discovered for another millennium? There were scrolls there that named the gods, and why they really left us. Today, we are diving into the forbidden vaults. We are uncovering the 3 scrolls that were smuggled out before the fire, and why certain organizations still don't want you to know they exist. Welcome back to Fading Shadows. For centuries, mainstream history textbooks taught us a very simple, comfortable story. They claimed that the Great Library was just an ancient repository of poetry, philosophy, and basic trade records. A tragic loss, yes, but nothing that would alter human evolution. They want you to believe that the fire was just an unfortunate accident of war, a byproduct of Julius Caesar's political ambitions. But mainstream history is written by the victors. And the victors always hide the weapons they use to conquer the mind of humanity. If you look closer at the hidden archives of the ancient world, the narrative shatters completely. The fire didn't spread from the harbor by chance. It was a precise, calculated assassination of human knowledge. But the politicians of Rome didn't act alone. The real reason for the fire was not found in politics. It is written inside the secret, long-lost diary of one of the library's night guards, a forbidden document that survived the flames, and one that we will finally open in just a few moments. To understand what was actually lost, we have to look at the anomalous technology that slipped through the cracks of time. Think about the Antikythera Mechanism, a mind-boggling device discovered in an ancient shipwreck. It possessed bronze gears and a complex differential system used to calculate astronomical positions with flawless accuracy. Now consider this. Mainstream archaeology admits this device dates back to the era of the Great Library. If a single salvaged fragment from a sunken ship reveals a level of mechanical engineering that shouldn't have existed for another 1,500 years, what kind of advanced industrial blueprints were hidden inside the vaults of Alexandria? The truth is, they didn't just have theories. They had working prototypes. Ancient engineers were already experimenting with automated machines and early steam-powered mechanisms. But someone desperately needed this industrial revolution to be canceled. In the second half of this video, I am going to show you an exact, decoded archaeological document that lists the specific, banned inventions the Roman Empire confiscated right before the library was set ablaze. You will see the undeniable proof with your own eyes. But first, we must answer a chilling question. Who were the silent figures standing in the background, directing the Roman soldiers? Who guided them to the specific shelves that held the true history of our world? The destruction was never about a war between nations. It was a targeted war against human consciousness itself, designed to wipe our collective memory clean. Let us finally open that forbidden diary of the library's night guard, salvaged from the ashes by a bloodline of keepers. His name was Eon, and his last entry describes a horror that textbooks completely ignored. He wrote that hours before the fire reached the walls, hooded figures carrying iron chests entered the deepest vaults. They weren't destroying books, they were auditing them. They selected specific, golden-rimmed scrolls, packed them away, and left the rest to burn. This brings us directly to the decoded archaeological inventory recovered centuries later, which outlines exactly what those iron chests contained. The list is terrifying. It records blueprints for automated repeating crossbows, complex water filtration systems that could prevent all plagues, and a mechanical device designed to map the shifting of tectonic plates. These weren't mere concepts. They were fully functional solutions to the world's greatest problems. Ion clearly noted that these advanced technologies were treated not as human inventions, but as dangerous remnants of a prehistoric world. By suppressing these technologies, the shadows ensured that humanity remained dependent, sick, and easy to govern for the next 2,000 years. But keeping humanity vulnerable was part of the plan. Which brings us to the ultimate question of our investigation. And I want you to be completely honest with me in the comments below. Look at the evidence. Do you believe the core knowledge of the Great Library was truly lost to the flames? Or is it currently locked away inside the high-security, underground secret archives of the Vatican? Let me know your thoughts right now, because what happened next suggests that the theft of our history never actually stopped. If you think the theft ended in Alexandria, you are missing the bigger picture. The people who orchestrated the burning of the Great Library didn't disappear into history. They evolved. They became the puppet masters of secret societies, hiding behind sacred symbols and elite institutions that dictate our global reality today. This wasn't about destroying pagan knowledge. It was a massive, premeditated reset of human civilization. By wiping out the scrolls that documented our true connection to the stars and the advanced civilizations before us, they forced humanity to start from absolute zero. They locked us into a false timeline, a fabricated narrative where we are told we only evolved from primitive tribes a few thousand years ago. But the elite know the truth. The very same organizations that claim to protect global heritage are the ones holding the key to our forgotten past. Think about the global events, the sudden excavations in forbidden zones, and the classified ancient sites that are heavily guarded by modern military forces. Satellite data frequently reveals massive anomalies buried deep beneath the sands of Egypt and Iraq. Yet these sectors are instantly classified and sealed away from independent research. Anyone who gets too close to uncovering these subterranean structures faces immediate censorship or unexplained disappearance. They are looking for the remaining vaults. The knowledge hidden underground contains the ultimate trigger for a mass awakening, something they fear more than anything. We are living in an engineered dark age, controlled by the very hands that lit the match in Alexandria. They don't want you to look back, because if you discover what we used to be, their illusion of absolute power shatters instantly. The ash has settled, but the war for your mind is far from over. What was taken from us in the sands of Egypt wasn't just paper. It was our baseline of reality. We have been conditioned to believe that human progress is linear, that we are the smartest we have ever been. But the ghosts of Alexandria suggest otherwise. We are not the pinnacle of evolution. We are a recovering civilization suffering from collective amnesia. Every cycle of human advancement is intentionally brought to a violent end whenever we come too close to understanding our true potential. The entities controlling this cycle will never hand back the keys to our stolen legacy willingly. They rely on our ignorance to maintain their grip on the present, banking on the hope that we will never look deep enough into the shadows. but the cracks in their matrix are widening, and the forbidden knowledge is clawing its way back to the surface. It is up to you to look beyond the curated headlines and question the very foundations of the history you've been sold. If you are ready to dig deeper into the forbidden vaults of our world and uncover what else they are hiding from us, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share this video with those who are ready to wake up. Join the Fading Shadows community, because the truth doesn't belong to the elite. It belongs to those brave enough to seek it. We will continue to tear down the walls of their deception, piece by piece, scroll by scroll. Keep your eyes open, stay vigilant, and never forget that everything you know about human history is a lie.